want to be the.
Hello and welcome to a slightly abbreviated version of Tales from the Film Set. My name is Scott, alongside Ryan, alongside Day, and alongside now, with a little bit of a hair color change, Mr. Robert Manning. Gentlemen, how are you?
I don't know how to feel.
I think it's okay.
So before y'all go crazy about my hair, if you know anything about me, I am Buddy the Elf. So therefore I had to get it dyed. And then at the end of the month, we get it permed. So therefore, yeah, this is, people will be like, well, that's, if you go look at the movie Elf, Buddy hair is more like this and it'll get a little more light when it gets permed. So yeah.
Okay.
All right, so basically you get a little lighter. Okay.
It's a strong base before like all the curls come in and the light's able to perceive through it and give it like more of an orangey hue, right?
No, it'll light it up just a little, but if you go look at Buddy's hair, it is a darker, it's a brown reddish hair. At least certain camera angles. I think to be honest, I think Will had different hair colors in the movie, in my opinion, because if you go look at the movie poster compared to certain parts of the movie, the hair is different.
Okay.
So
that's how you know we're just skipping over Thanksgiving and we're talking about Christmas now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Dude, the store skipped over Halloween too. So you know what?
Yeah,
they went right to Christmas like right after Labor Day.
Should I bring it up? Should I bring it up? Should I bring it up? Should I bring it up?
Bring it up.
Well,
What's
before
up?
you
What are we
bring
bringing
it
up?
Before you bring it up, it's bad enough when my best friend first saw me, he sees his hair and says, "Hey, did you know you look like the male version of Velma?"
Ooh. You're suddenly Melva. All right, so Mr. Melva.
I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily a compliment or an insult. I don't know which way to go with that.
I guess it depends. Which Velma? I mean, are we talking like
we're talking about the good Velma?
Like, okay, not Mindy Kaling.
No, I think it would be different if we had you like in an orange shirt and not a Disney Stitch Christmas one.
Yeah.
Christmas, yeah.
Yeah,
so
you need the glasses.
Right now, you're just looking at like somebody that went to Disney World for like
or
Christmas.
Somebody said I looked like the Beatles.
All right. So
what was they gonna say? What are we bringing up?
Well, I was gonna say we have a bit of a shorter show today, so we probably should start rolling on things that don't involve follicles belonging to Rob Manning.
Well, on that note, I was going to bring up the fact that I went to go see Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And that review is on the YouTube channel and Facebook in the shorts area, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
TikTok.
It is on. It is on all flat platforms. Thank you, Davion, for going to see Thanksgiving, the new Eli Roth directed film, and
that has been like years in the making, ever since the Grindhouse double feature film with him and Robert Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But I will say,
Tarantino.
But I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, Thanksgiving is not your ordinary Thanksgiving. It doesn't have gravy. It has lots and lots of gore and blood and kill shots. That's all I'm going to say. Just all you need for is hefty Thanksgiving moment. Yeah. It is recommended. If you're a horror fan, you should go see it.
Sick. Can't wait to see it. I can't wait to eat it. I'm good either way.
But
I'll probably be doing that tomorrow, and make sure I see it before all the food gets in my belly.
That's a good way to do it. Well, it's funny because Thanksgiving now, everybody doesn't really like do the traditional thing, where they do days of preparation. Now everybody, including us, we're going to just pick the stuff up. It's a different era now.
Oh no, not in my family. We prep, or I should say, my sister preps.
Okay.
And my mother preps. Me, I make one dish, and it's usually like the day of.
Okay. Now we're just going to pick it up, which kind of hurts me in my soul a little bit, ending decades of tradition. But at the same time, I kind of get it, because everybody gets agitated that everything's got to be done on time in the right way, the right temperature, right consistency. And in the end of the day, everybody's just miserable. So you know what? Just pay people money to have them do it for you.
Yeah, that too.
Speaking of miserable,
Yes.
the topic for today.
Yes. Casting choices that almost were. We're going to be breaking down 4 in this case. I want to get some people's thoughts, their ideas on it. Feel a little bit about how some of these might have worked, some of these might not have worked. And in the interest of one person's love of a certain film, we're going to be starting.
Are you talking about me?
Yes, sir.
And we talking about Jim Carrey? Oh, no. I thought you were going to say Elf and Jim Carrey was almost Will Ferrell.
No. We're starting with this one, which, as you can see here, there was some talk initially that Amy Schumer was going to actually be, oh my God, Barbie.
I wouldn't have watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was facts because they were really trying to push that.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have. I personally would have not went and watched the movie. I went for Margot Robbie.
That's fair.
And the fact that Will Ferrell was in it.
Yeah. Well, you always like Will Ferrell and everything anyway. So
To be fair, and I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Oops. Hang on a sec.
Not only was Barbie in development hell for like a decade or more, but when the original Barbie movie was discussed, it was a completely different kind of movie than what we got this summer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Amy Schumer and her writing staff and everything, she was going to write in part of it. It was going to take a drastically different turn than what we got, which was as much of a spin on the film as you could get with the product. But
what emoji to explain it all?
Diane, come on. I'm trying to be balanced here. And it's like, yes, I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amy Schumer was pitching a Barbie movie back when her stock was high. Obviously, when they decided to go in a different direction for the film, she jumped off. Margot came in, took care of the producing and then all of it, and I'd say knocked it out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
But Amy's Barbie was going to be something that was not Margot's Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
Barbie, yeah.
Margot Robbie's Barbie.
Barbie.
Yeah, you can't say it.
Wait, you gotta say Margot Robbie's Barbie?
Margot Robbie Barbie. Oh my God. Margot Robbie Barbie. Margot Robbie Barbie.
Margot Robbie's Barbie. Margot Robbie Barbie.
Margot Robbie's Barbie. Margot Robbie Barbie. You know, I'm not even drunk, and I feel like we've devolved at this point. Margot Robbie.
Guys, just have
Margot
fun
Robbie
saying my
Barbie.
name. Guys, just love my name.
Saying Robbie.
Yeah. Suffice it to say, Amy Schumer's version was "quote unquote" vastly different than basically the version we got, which probably would have involved a lot more conversations about hoo-haws and BJs, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's kind of her shtick, just a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but I would also argue Amy's probably a little bit more on the feminist side of things. So, I mean, for as much as we got with Barbie, I feel like Amy's would probably be a little bit more powder keg.
But here's the thing. When she was supposed to be doing it, this was years back. So it might not have been as volatile because the internet, when it came to movies, did not really become volatile until really arguably like 2019.
True.
So it's possible it might have just been a powder keg type movie in its era. Because it's like, okay, well, it's Amy Schumer. You know what you're going to get.
Right.
It wasn't really, I'm guessing, really until like, maybe 2017 when it came to Last Jedi, or at least Captain Marvel in 2019, where the internet suddenly became the glorious, division of fandom we have today.
Now the question is Amy the one that's from or no, never mind. I get her mixed up with Melissa McBride.
No, Rose McCarthy. No, she had the movie Trainwreck. She had her own show Inside Amy Schumer.
Okay.
Which
I was going to ask, is she the one that was the one where she judo chops the person in the throat? But I forget what movie that was. I think I'm thinking of Melissa.
Okay.
You're thinking Melissa.
Wait, which movie are you talking about?
Melissa McCarthy.
The one where the person judo chops the person in the throat. Identity theft.
Theft. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
The worst film I ever saw, and I'm mad that I have it in my collection.
Oh no. Trust me, Melissa's made worse.
Oh yeah, the Happy Time Murders.
Hey, don't knock on Happy Time Murders. I like them puppets.
It was yeah.
Okay,
It was.
dude, Sesame Street literally sued Happy Time Murders.
Wanda!
Hey, bro.
So they literally sued Happy because the tagline was like putting all Sesame or like what no Sesame all Street I think was the phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know. It was
so what more can we say about this? I mean, if Amy ever does decide to make her part Barbie movie, she probably will, but probably not anytime soon because this is just riding high. This is one of the best things, if not the best thing, Warner Brothers has right now.
Exactly.
It's not saying much.
You can't say nothing.
Yeah. All right. So we got a new one here. This one actually I came across this morning. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, straight off of Dark Knight Rises. Obviously my favorite of the three Christopher Nolan trilogy, was very heavy in talks to play the Star-Lord, Chris Pratt's character in the movie, but ended up actually skipping partly because he was doing Sin City 2. Do you think Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the kid from Third Rock from the Sun, could have worked?
Yes.
I mean, that does feel a little typecasty. Oh, let's make him an alien.
Half alien, yeah.
No, but you know what? This could have worked. Like his acting chops. He does have comedic moments. Him actually doing the dance like Peter Quill can work. I can see him doing that. So to me, yeah, I could see him actually outperforming Chris Pratt.
I feel he'd be more of a suave character, where Chris Pratt would be more, a little more, he's a little more Parks and Rec personality.
It's like the thing he did when he was the tightrope walker, or 500 Days of Summer.
Yep.
He doesn't really have whatever he had as a kid on Third Rock from the Sun. He doesn't have like that funny bone in him.
Which actor is this again?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, he was the Batman movie, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was Robin.
Yeah.
Robin Blake.
I think he would do good. He had real good charisma in 10 Things I Hate About You.
But I feel like it'd be more of a suave character than anything.
He would probably change the character a little bit.
Like, if anything, I could have seen him as the voice of Rocket.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I prefer not. I'm glad that the choice they made for Rocket.
Yeah, but I do love what they have with Chris Pratt. I mean, yes, unfortunately, Chris Pratt has maybe not done so well in other avenues, and God help me when Garfield comes out.
Well, I mean, he does have Mario, so you got that going for you, which is nice.
Which it's funny.
He did do a good job with Mario. So
okay. So everybody complained about Mario, and then everybody saw Mario. Is it going to be the same thing about Garfield? Because everybody's complaining about Garfield.
He sounds like Mario. He sounds like Chris Pratt playing Garfield.
Pretty much. It's me, Mario.
It's me, Garfield. I love the lasagna.
Yeah, the thing is, with Mario, there really wasn't much to go off of as far as voice casting in the past.
Yeah.
Because you had the little bit in the 80s, and then you had Captain Lou Albano as him in live action. But outside of that, Mario has always been Charles Martinet, and even then, he wasn't even saying full sentences. With Garfield, you've had Lorenzo Music for as long as I've been alive, voicing him, and just that low, buttery sound of his voice, it just worked so well. Even with the newer stuff that they've had from the French animators that have been doing the Garfield show, you had Frank Welker, who has just been a veteran voice actor for as long as I can remember. So when you have somebody doing a character where there is a very distinct type of voice that you can work with, and then you don't do it because you're Chris Pratt and you're going to sound like Chris Pratt, hell no.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
He needs to be recasted.
When you guys haven't mentioned it, but when Bill Murray voiced Garfield about 20 years ago,
Mhm.
He had a little bit of a different inflection. I mean, it was still very Bill Murray like, but it still kind of had a small bit of homage to Lorenzo music.
Right.
Which is funny enough because both of them played Peter Venkman.
Well, both of them played Peter Venkman, which was ironic that way. Both of them played Garfield, which is ironic that way as well. But
there's just a certain way you have to do Garfield. You have to be like, you almost have to be like Aubrey Plaza doing Barbie.
I don't know. She was a great Eska in Legend Korra.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as Chris and Gordon, no, leave Pratt as Star-Lord. He's got the himbo energy that just fits that character.
And do he really have that fan base? Like, it's like I'm not saying it just to be smart or anything, because of the fact that you don't hear too much about Chris Pratt when it comes to fandom.
His fandom's faded a little bit, like in the face of the camera, I think.
Yeah. So that's
in the face of the MCU, everyone hated him because of what happened in Infinity War, and I'm like, that's just the character. Come on.
I don't know. I think one of the best lines he had, though, was like, what master do you serve? It was like, what master? What are you supposed to say? Jesus? I love that line. I think it's a great line.
Dude,
hey, is Footloose still the greatest movie of all time?
No, it never was.
Never was.
I loved when Peter then went back. Somebody makes one more pop culture reference.
If you look at the Christmas special, even his love for Kevin Bacon is making.
All right. By the way, I just want to point out we're using StreamYard for the first time, so there's adjustments going on. So I will figure this out going forward. But when we have really long comments, we have no Rob.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I'm sorry, Rob. I will figure this out. I promise. But it's the first time using StreamYard. The story of Kings out at this point.
It's like Kyle and Rob are fighting for dominance.
It's not about Rob. It's about the audience. So therefore, it's okay.
He's a team player if ever there was one.
Yeah, I love it.
I just want to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Dude, you know what? If we ever got the chance to talk to that guy that sang that song, that'd be freaking awesome.
That would be.
Dude, yes. That already happened, by the way.
Only if you could go to Stream Punk Entertainment on YouTube or Cinema and see an interview or something.
Yes.
I'm jealous.
Well, listen, he has already agreed to come back early 2024. I will be cycling out people, so it's not going to be, in this case, in fairness, it's not going to be Brandon and Rob. It's going to be two new folks.
True.
But no, I was perfectly fine with that. We've already had conversations. Rob, before I forget, he's going to be mailing me the stuff, like the autographed gold cards. When I get them, I will let you guys know. Jason Page, by the way, we're talking about, is the guy who sang the iconic theme to Pokemon, I want to be the very best. And we spent a half an hour with this guy, really cool guy. And he's sending us some really cool merch. So as soon as they show up, I will let you guys know. I'll ship it out. But
yeah, appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
No, it's awesome.
Never say that we're not against a cheap plug.
No, dude, you know what?
Yeah.
Listen, the world is built on marketing. Business is built on marketing. So there you go.
And it was cool that he commented on our YouTube video.
He did, yes, which was freaking awesome. So
yeah.
But
so
anyway,
back to who's our next person.
This one I'm really curious about here. Justin Timberlake as Rocket Man. As Elton John.
I can see it. It could work. Yeah.
I mean, he's got the singing chops, sure, but I don't know. I don't see him. I see too much Timberlake in that.
Really? No, technically he actually was in the music video. This Train Don't Stop playing Elton John.
Yeah, I don't know. So
who was the person that played?
Justin Timberlake.
And who are we saying should have played?
Justin Timberlake.
Wait, no. I see that's Justin Timberlake, but who's the guy on the right?
That's Taron Egerton. That's the guy that actually did play Elton John in the movie.
I was gonna say I could almost see Ed Sheeran.
It's the hair.
I see that with the hair. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
But
Justin would be a good pick.
Hmm.
Justin Timberlake was in the Chipmunks, right?
Yeah.
He was in a lot of things, and sometimes and a lot of people too. I think just deal more recently.
That sounds terrible.
Sometimes he left a lot of things and a lot of people that had to be taken out, but that's neither here nor there.
Whoa!
And also made an appearance at the Super Bowl 20 years ago.
And
That many of us remember.
Oops moment.
Yes.
Yeah,
Did you ever notice in the years following the Super Bowl was like the Beatles, the Who. It was like very soft, very safe groups.
Prince, Michael Jackson.
Dude, they went so safe with that after that happened.
Yeah.
But okay, so you guys are approving of it. I'm kind of like, eh.
I'm not approving.
Okay.
Why not?
I get that Justin Timberlake is relatively talented whenever he goes ahead and applies himself, and whether it's in certain roles that he's been given. I mean, obviously, for every what? Give me a good movie that Justin Timberlake was in.
But he was in the one with Mila Kunis, right? Just Friends or something?
Friends with Benefits.
Friends with Benefits. Okay,
Just
yeah.
Friends was the one with
Kutcher had one at the same time.
and Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
But there was another.
No. Just Friends. That's a different title. That was the one with Amy Smart, Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
God, you got my movie trivia mind going now. But no. The thing of it is, he's nice as like a side character or a co-star supporting, not as a leading man. Now, whereas the singing is concerned, yes.
He's got that nailed.
He's a better singer than Taron Egerton, but for being Elton John, give me a grit.
That's a big deal there. Yeah, see, I couldn't go for it.
This would be like an American playing Doctor Who. You just don't do it.
No, you had an American playing the Master though once. Eric Roberts in the 1996 American Doctor Who movie alongside Paul McGann. It was Eric Roberts was the Master.
Anything for a paycheck, Eric Roberts. Yes.
Here's the funny thing about Eric Roberts, and I've seen this before because I've worked with him a few times. It's funny because actors will go in and they will have pages of dialogue memorized, whatever it is. He sits there and he has cue cards of everything that's going to be. So he has like 1, 2, 3, 4, and he'll sit there and just read by moving his head like this, the way he wants the scene to be. But it's the weirdest damn thing. So if he has 5 pages of dialogue, he will have all the cue cards written out and posted everywhere based on how he wants to move his body in the scene. He gets it done. Give him credit. He gets it done.
But trilogy, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Hey, The Social Network was a good movie.
Mm-hmm. Travolta was Forrest
Yes.
Gump. I was going to mention that one. Al Pacino, Han Solo. I've got all the images, all of these pretty much loaded up to the top, except for Jim Carrey as Buddy the Elf.
I was going to mention that because I was actually going. That's what I actually mentioned about a couple minutes ago. Was Jim Carrey was almost Buddy the Elf. Yeah. And I'm happy they didn't. I am happy they didn't do it because Jim Carrey's already got a Christmas movie under his belt, and that is obviously The Grinch. But
that and also Christmas Carol.
I'm curious if because I don't know the picks. I know y'all know the picks, but I don't know the picks. I'm curious to see if you have Tom.
Oh snap!
I don't like that. Hold on. That picture looks like if you took Slappy the doll from Goosebumps with Buddy the Elf.
You know what? I give credit to whoever actually did the job on that.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I do. But by the way, just to point this out, Eric Roberts, Best of the Best 2.
Oh yes,
I do like the theme to that one. By the way, 1993. But yeah, no, it's part of my 80s workout playlist.
Into like action movies, but now still trying to do action movies. How he hasn't been in like the Expendables? I don't know.
Who's that?
No, he was doing Best of the Best.
No, he was in the first one. He was the baddie in the first movie.
Yeah.
Was he the baddie in the first one?
Yes, he was.
In the Expendables?
Expendables 1, yep.
I think that overshadowed the whole fact that like Steve Austin was in it. I think
it was overshadowed by the fact that you had a scene with Arnold, Stallone, and Bruce Willis together in a church. Because getting the 3 of them together was something that was on like every 80s kid bucket list.
Right.
And we saw that. We didn't have any action scenes. That was the second one. But we had that scene there where they were all talking together and like, oh my God, this is happening. But yeah, no, Eric Roberts is the baddie.
I was going to say do we have Tom Cruise as the last one?
I don't have Tom Cruise on that one. I have, Sir Ian McKellen was almost Dumbledore, but apparently Richard Harris insulted him once. So when Richard Harris died, McKellen's like, no, I'm not going to take over the role.
Because I was gonna say, because Tom Cruise was actually supposed to be Iron Man.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. Did you not hear that? That's why there was rumors in the Doctor Strange 2 movie.
Oh yeah.
That everybody thought Tom Cruise was going to be superior Iron Man.
Yeah, but the problem is his
money.
His pay would have been too high for Iron Man.
Well, it didn't even have the money. It was a scheduling conflict. It was actually supposed to happen, but a scheduling conflict because he was shooting Top Gun 2 at the time.
No, I mean the original Iron Man. The reason they went with Robert Downey Jr. instead.
Yeah.
Price tag was too high. So
also, yeah.
I guess for a budget, they went with the guy who still had drug issues.
Yeah.
But,
which is known to Iron Man's character. So
yeah.
Alcoholic.
Also keeping in mind that 2006 we had Superman Returns and X-Men Last Stand, both of which were kind of like so it was a little bit of a disappointment. So the comic book industry was not anywhere near it was now.
I really liked Brandon Routh's performance in Superman Returns, but that's just me.
The movie's gotten better over time. In the moment, people were against it. So
we are doing our best not even to try to get into the MCU.
Rumors around the MCU sucks, or at this point, the rumor is the MCU just sucks.
Oh, okay. You're talking about. I was gonna say I like Brandon Routh. Thank you. He was a good Superman.
Oh yeah.
And I met him and I got him to sign my comic book and I had him use the quote. The one where, anyways, we'll talk about it later. But yeah.
Let's go this way, just for funsies. Sandra Bullock and $1 Million Baby.
Nah.
I don't
think it's proven that she can do like a lot of different kinds of movies. So of the physical requirements that would have been needed, she could have stepped up.
Mm-hmm.
She could have stepped up, but it wouldn't be Sandra Bullock. It would be.
Yeah, that's not her kind of movie.
Sandra Bullock is too cute for that movie, I think.
I was going to say, Sandra Bullock's not a character that's used to getting beat up.
Exactly. Sandra Bullock is that mom that you're like.
Because who was in, wasn't
this? She's great in Demolition Man, though. She was fantastic in Demolition Man.
Don't crucify me for what I'm about to say because my brain's not working exactly. But who was the one that was in Double Jeopardy?
That was Ashley Judd. Yeah.
I could see her playing $1 Million Baby.
Yeah. I could see it. I mean,
but
it was
not Sandra Bullock.
No,
the ages may not have matched up.
That mother look to the point that you're like, oh my God, she's a great mother.
There's no way.
She got that mother look.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock is more like, the mom from The Blind Side.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So.
But okay, apparently I'm just devil's advocate today.
Yeah.
No, I'm
just kidding.
The problem with Hilary Swank doing the $1 Million Baby is that after she did $1 Million Baby, there was like nothing else.
She has that. And next Karate Kid, what did she have?
Yeah, no one can tell me. So probably better that Sandra Bullock didn't do it because even though it would have been like an Oscar-worthy performance, I'm sure, I wouldn't necessarily have wanted it to be like the high point of her career and possibly derail anything else. Like if she did $1 Million Baby, there's a good possibility she may have never done Gravity. So you gotta look at it from that perspective. Like as far as like
what's Gravity,
what roles you're going to go with, and what's going to like work better for you. I'm sure working with Clint Eastwood on something like this would have been like, made some actresses salivate at the mouth, be like, yes, I want this. I need this prestigious piece. But, better on her for not doing it.
Right.
Fair.
Because I'd say she's extended her career by at least 10, 15 years ever since.
Now the question is, quick question, because I know we got to move on, is do you think that movie would be successful if they did a reboot or like did the same movie but with a different actress nowadays? Or do you think that movie would flunk because of the society we live in?
It would flunk because people are tired of reboots in general, and
Yeah.
you're going up against an Oscar-winning film.
Right.
You know, people are burned. People want original content. They don't want slap and repeat. You know, slap
Yeah.
a bow on it and say it's a new product.
Yeah.
And if
Plus,
you
there's
do,
enough boxing movies out
I
there.
meant like if it was released nowadays. I'm not even talking about like this being an Oscar back then. I'm saying if this movie end up being released nowadays compared to being released back then, do you think it would be successful? That's what I meant.
Are we assuming that Clint
Yep.
Eastwood has done all the other movies since the original $1 Million Baby in line of that?
Sure.
No, it wouldn't.
yeah, wait.
I don't. You know, I'm going to be devil's advocate, and I'm going to say yes, possibly, because now that we're in the society that we are in, a female empowerment power movie like this would have has
Okay.
a lot more traction now than it would have back then.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, maybe.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, but is it really female empowerment when it's pretty much like you see her do one match and then she ends up getting crippled from it?
She's the lead of the film. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate this time
Yeah,
around.
I see where Scott going with it because I'm thinking the same way because technically it's all about doing something you love and you wanted to try it out and basically make a representation of women can X, Y, and Z, do what they can. So with this film, it was show, but also the realization of proving your point.
Mhm.
Besides just, oh, we're just gonna make a woman empowered film and she becomes the victor. No, there are consequences when you push yourself to a limit of being something and you just getting your feet wet in that type of
Yeah.
deal.
I think if she was not a Mary Sue, it would be done. It would go over a lot better.
Yeah.
Because I think people in a lot of
Right,
ways
but
are
that's
burned
the
out on
thing.
Mary
Back
Sue.
when the movie first came out, Mary Sue wasn't even something that people thought about.
That's what I'm saying. But in today's society, you have to address those things that you didn't have to back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Who's Chris Hemsworth's brother's name?
Liam. Well, Liam,
He-
there's another one.
No,
Who's
no,
in Australia.
no. Not in front of Dave. Not in front of Dave. No.
I was gonna say he was almost Thor.
Yes.
Oh my God, Liam Hemsworth!
Well, we've lost Dave for a minute.
I'm sorry, but we were talking about casting that were almost. I remember Liam was almost Thor, and
So was
didn't
Tom
Chris
Hiddleston.
Yes.
and didn't Chris read for Loki or no?
He did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was the idea. Him and Hiddleston.
By the way, I just want to
audition.
point that out. That is all three Hemsworth brothers.
I know, but look at the middle child.
You know what? I feel bad. I feel bad for Luke because God, he's tiny compared to the other two. Nicholas. We need a movie with Nicolas Cage and Eric Roberts in it. You know, and possibly Shaq basically promoting the film through a commercial pitch.
It'd be great if there was a Nicolas Cage movie about himself.
Is there one?
I mean,
no.
Creeping up the door.
hell yeah.
I was talking about the one that they did last year or whatever, 2 years ago. The one with him and the guy from Mandalorian.
Yeah, well, it's that long title. It's like Unbearable Son of a Massive Talent.
Of Nicolas Cage.
Yeah,
Anyone ever see that? Was that any good?
I did not.
No, but I've seen enough memes about it. It's
Okay.
like I really want to
So,
see it.
do we have any other topics or any other people?
I got a couple more. I'm kind of just picking and choosing in this case.
Oh, right.
So, Christina Applegate in Legally Blonde.
If she was younger.
Well, this was 20
Ooh.
years ago was Legally Blonde. So,
Careful.
I'm not.
Only-
I'm being
wait.
real, bro. I don't care if she. Dude, if she was younger, yes.
Did you say? Wait. Did you say 10 years ago?
20 years ago.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah. I mean, that was only 5 years removed from Married with Children. So she would have been young enough at that point.
Yeah, this would have like when she was done Married with Children.
Hemsworth.
It would have been perfect. But also, you gotta look at. Oh, what was that other movie she was on that she did? Sorry, but the babysitter is dead.
Oh God, yes.
Tell mom the babysitter.
Don't tell mom.
Don't tell mom the babysitter is dead. Awesome film. That would have been perfect if she was that age. Yes, Legally
Yeah.
Blonde would have been dope.
Yeah, but the thing is, when
Christina
she was
Applegate actually turned the role down due to scheduling conflict.
Applegate, and rightfully so, in a lot of the stuff that she's done, she's had more of like an edge to her. In order to be playing in Legally Blonde, I think you have to have like that sort of like bubbly personality, which is not something that Christina Applegate ever really showcased.
But she could have showcased it in her younger years. That's what I'm saying.
Even in her younger years, she was just like a punk rock brat. You know, it's like that's how she was in Don't Get Me Wrong.
She was Kelly Bundy, and Kelly Bundy was just a blonde airhead.
Exactly.
So, yeah, but she was
on one hand, Legally Blonde could have worked, and on the other hand, maybe it wouldn't have.
Yep.
It would have been
Legally Blonde is the reason why I know when I get my perm, don't wash my hair until 48 hours, or I may be convicted of a murder.
Oh yeah, the perm for Linda Cardellini's character.
Yeah, because her hair is all fluffed, and if you know anything about a perm, you don't wash your hair.
I've had a giant gaping bald spot on my head since before you were born. Why do you think?
Yeah, Rob, you're giving advice to the wrong audience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you don't know who our audience is. I'm not talking to you three. I'm talking to the audience, the crowd,
there you
the
go.
people.
Here, this will work real well. This will work real well for the audience. You know, The Godfather. You know that guy that was in Little Shop of Horrors. You know, playing Michael Corleone.
Yeah.
Who's the guy with the glasses? No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I know that's Jack Nicholson.
Do not.
No, this is not that guy with the glasses. That's a different show.
Yeah.
Now you got me scratching my beard, like rubbing my beard, like.
That's Jackie Chan. Right? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson. Just kidding.
It's Ben Mendelsohn. By the way, nobody mentioned the fact I mentioned the Little Shop of Horrors reference in there.
I've never seen it.
I seen it.
I know he played in the original movie adaptation.
Yeah. He was the masochistic patient that was later played by Bill Murray in the 86 version.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he was 22 years old in the original Little Shop of Horrors movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson just has like a certain like cadence when he talks and everything. And it doesn't feel like it would have fit for The Godfather. You know?
Yeah.
That's why I was sitting there rubbing, like, I don't think so.
Imagine Michael Corleone talking to his wife. It's like having some sunglasses on and being like, "Don't ever ask about it."
You can't handle the truth.
You're wrong. Henry Winkler's Danny Zuko. Yeah, that one I remember.
Yeah.
That one could have worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went through
because that's basically what his character is.
I went through a tennis ball at his head. That was kind of fun. Scared the shit out of me.
But yeah, like the funny thing is, pretty much for like both of these actors, they are pretty much themselves every time they act.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe you know,
and his
he might do like
Johnny.
You know, he might change it up a little bit every so often. Like if you look at something like Dog Day Afternoon, or Sent for a Woman, it might be a little bit more of like a character rather than playing himself. But Nicholson, everything I've ever seen him in, even when he was the Joker in the '89 Batman, he was always Nicholson.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think he has the range.
Wait, I gotta pause you right there. Except for anger management, that movie was awesome. Especially
it was a good movie, but Nicholson was still Nicholson.
Nicholson was Nicholson in that. He was just a therapist, a weird one.
But he made himself weird.
But even like
he's always weird.
As good as it gets. I mean, didn't he win an Oscar for As Good as It Gets? And he was still just playing Nicholson.
Yeah.
Just a curmudgeon-y, quirky guy.
Bucket List was a good movie.
Yeah.
You know,
which is playing the devil.
Which also in both cases he still played Nicholson.
I mean, you're right, but it's still a good movie.
But see, here's the thing. Nicholson always required somebody to be like the straight, flat person alongside them, for the most part. The more level.
Yeah, whereas if you're playing Michael Corleone, you basically have to be the straight guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because you're around people like your father and your brother and all these other mafioso types. So, you gotta be our eyes looking in.
All the rest of the family. Yeah. With my sunglasses.
All right. I got one more before I think we'll move on. And at that point, we'll talk a little bit about Thanksgiving. Not the movie, but the actual holiday.
Yes.
Henry Cavill as a sparkling vampire.
No, hell no. Hell no.
You know what? I'd be okay with that because maybe
Hell
we
no.
wouldn't
Shut
have-
up, bro. Shut up.
Hold on. Hot take. Because if we had that, maybe we would have never got Henry as Superman.
Possible.
Possibly, but hell no.
And I would be okay with that because I
we
did
got
not care for
Superman.
Man of Steel.
We got Superman and we got Batman here.
Yeah.
Hell no. I'm sorry. Hell no. No, hell no.
Which one do you want to be, Henry? Do you want to be someone who gets his superpowers from the sun? Or do you want to be the one that glitters like a disco ball in the sun?
And stalks a 17-year-old girl in high school.
Exactly. Hell no.
You know, literally the personification of grooming there.
Even he will probably say hell no.
Like Henry Cavill in high school.
So,
Henry Cavill will say hell no to this.
by the way, Day,
Yeah.
if Tracy Morgan were here,
Yeah.
what would he say in this situation?
No. Mm-mm. Hell no. Hell no. Oh, hell no.
And what would
Not
Joker?
bad. I approve.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's possible. I think it's plausible this could work, but at the same time, I mean, it's like I don't know. I mean,
No. I
Henry
approve
Cavill
of
in at that point?
Tracy Morgan. I do not approve of this at all. This is
what was
this
Henry Cavill in up to that
on
point?
Mr. Cavill's name.
Yeah, it will. Even Henry Cavill was said the same thing.
It's one of those things where it's like, look, I could see Henry Cavill playing a vampire. Absolutely.
Yeah, but
you
not
put him in something maybe a little bit darker,
vampire.
maybe something that was like akin to Dracula Untold or something like that. Or maybe do Bram Stoker's Dracula, do something a little bit more regal and refined. Take him to like that era, kind of like how he was doing in The Witcher.
Sure.
Perfectly fine. This
by the way, who's playing The Witcher now?
knockoff bull? No. It makes no sense.
No.
At least with Robert Pattinson, it makes sense because even when playing Batman last year, the man's like eternally youthful.
Yeah.
He just has that face.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense for him to do this.
Exactly.
And Batman was a good movie.
Yeah. 4 stars according to my guide on Optimum.
I don't know about that.
But then again, they also get 2 stars of Smokey and the Bandit 3. So there you go.
Yeah.
The third one?
Yeah, the one that Burt Reynolds showed up in a dream sequence only.
Yeah, where his friend had to disguise himself as him. Oh no,
Jerry Reed, yeah, singer songwriter. I think he won a Grammy too. Jerry
he was
Reed,
good, but he's not a lead.
the guy that sang "Eastbound and Down," loaded open. So,
yeah.
all right, so that's our list right there. Before we move on to the next thing, before we move on to Thanksgiving, I do want to talk a little bit about something that basically has been in the pipeline for a little while. We needed to go into this a little more than we did.
A month later.
A month after such as it is. But Scarefest.
Yes.
Lexington, Kentucky. Rob, that is your department, so I'm going to move you up there. Yeah.
Hey, guys. So, yes, we, Stream Punk, got invited to Scarefest. We got to do press for that event. Austin helped. He did some of the interviews with the Terrifier people. I did an interview with the other people. Very great event. I suggest anyone next year, definitely go to their Facebook, go look up Scarefest. Definitely suggest going next year. They did a really good job. It was interesting. It was interesting the way they did their VIPs because normally when you do VIPs, you can cut every line. The way they did their 3 VIPs is you got 3 cuts. So it helped manage the lines and it helped, made it where, like, for example, I was one of the VIPs. I had 3 cuts. I used it for David Arquette. Sorry, I'm butchering his last name, but the guy from Scream. Or people may remember him from Muppets from Space.
Oh,
And I got him to sign an original movie theater poster of that, and it was cool because he's like, I've never signed one of these, and I had him write the quote, "If I say you're hungry, you eat." So very awesome guy. But just want to give a huge shout out to Scarefest for having us there. It was very awesome. It was definitely worth going. Definitely it was like a 9-hour drive to get there, 10 or 9 or 10.
Oh,
And
wow.
I would do it again next year if I can get work off. The guests were awesome. They had a VIP party that some of the guests actually went to, so you got to hang out with the guests. And yeah, so there's a huge shout out to Scarefest. Everybody go follow them. Go look at their page. And one quick thing also to go with that impressed me. I'm not saying it's going to happen next year too, but majority of the guests, which I've never seen this at another con, but majority of the guests, if you paid for an autograph, you got a free selfie, or it was like $10 for a selfie if you got it. Now were certain exceptions, which makes sense because these people are older. Like Richard Dreyfuss was there. He was his normal prices. But like some of the Jaws people, I got free pictures with. Greg Nicotero from The Walking Dead did all the zombies. He did free pictures. So yeah, a lot of people I met gave you a free picture if you bought their autograph. So I thought that was pretty cool. Nice. So yeah, there's a huge shout out. Now let's go to Thanksgiving.
Yay! Food.
Well, we'll talk about the other thing next week.
So. Christmas.
I just had a typo
there. Isn't that warm?
Yeah.
Yo, it's Deadpool.
Yeah, and Cable.
And Colossus and Deadpool.
And that blind lady, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. So in the last few minutes that we've got before we got to wrap up, Thanksgiving is that special time of year where the nation that is known for its gluttony spends an entire day eating and celebrating gluttony while at the same time basically showing off the things that we're happy for. So, Rob, that was your call. I give you credit on that one. What are you thankful for, kid?
To be honest, I'm thankful for Stream Punk Entertainment this year.
Oh,
he is a kiss ass, and by God, do I love it.
No, sir. No, I'm gonna be 100% honest, because when Scott reached out to me this year, I didn't think the things that I got to do this year would even be possible for everything that I did. We got to do press at Lexington twice, and I got to interview people that you wouldn't just get to interview. I even got to interview Rob Paulson this year. There's a lot of different people, or Jason Page, how we just got to interview him. There are people that I got to have more one-on-one because of Stream Punk, and it wouldn't be possible without this company. So yeah, that's the number one thing that I am thankful for this year.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I feel a little awkward on that. Thank you, but yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, it's your fault. No.
Yeah, pretty much is.
Yeah. It all started with me interviewing Scott years back when The Greatest Showman came out, and to now here we are. So
it's Hugh Jackman's fault, really.
Yeah.
Don't you ever blame Hugh Jackman for anything.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Ryan's turn.
Yeah.
My turn?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you want to swap it out? Give yourself a minute. There.
Yeah. Go to Day.
Wait, what? Okay.
Play musical chairs.
Okay. To be honest with everybody, no, lie to them. Yeah. Oh no.
If I'm being honest for a minute,
but not my humor, my goofy side, or this is going to be the serious side of me. I am thankful for everybody that's a part of Steampunk Entertainment, because they gave me the opportunity to basically show my skills, perform the way I do, go to movie premieres, meet amazing crew from this production, and actually came out and helped with the Newark Film Festival. It's so much I could be thankful for this group. I really am, for giving me an opportunity, and thankful for y'all being in my life. So there was moments where I was inches away about to
You know, for the record, I wasn't expecting one about the company, let alone two. I feel like this is designed. It's like, so what do you like? Yeah, enough about me. Let's talk about me. What do you like about me? It's like, no, that's what I want. I figured you guys were going to say, like, friends, family, food, things like that. I mean, I'm grateful. I really am. But I promise you, this was not planned.
I know, but realistically, we thank you, Scott, because without Steampunk Entertainment, without Tales from the Film Set, Steampunk Combat Sports,
Jabroni United.
Jabroni
United. All right. God, Jesus. That started Steampunk Combat, but without you wouldn't make this possible for all of us.
Thank you. For the record, I suck at taking compliments, so I am so uncomfortable right now. I really am. Dude, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's really like hitting me in a hard way here. Ryan, I'm going to turn it over to you. Please, for the love of God, don't go this direction. I don't think you're going to be diabetes. Oh my God, this is so uncomfortable for me. I'm glad. I'm flattered. I really am. But my God, I'm uncomfortable right now.
Wait, what did you say, Brian?
But no, Scott, you go.
Okay. All right. Let me be quick with this. Thankful to you guys. You guys rock. Yay, you're awesome. Appreciate the unity of family environment. But in general, I'm just happy with my place in life right now. I think life is a journey that we fail to realize how many steps are involved to anything we do. And I feel like after 48 years of stepping, I've kind of got myself into a much cleaner mental place than I've ever been. Are things perfect? No. Do I have problems? Yeah. But I feel so much more at peace now than I ever have. And I'm grateful for that on so many fronts. I'm grateful for comments like Kyle's there, where it's like basically, he's just at this point, it's just, I don't know. I love it. But like I said, for me, I don't know. I'm happy. Are there issues going on in my personal life right now? Yeah, there are, but I can't do anything about it. There's a quote from Charles Swindoll that says, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you deal with it. And I've tried to really roll with that my entire life, especially the last 15 to 20 years. So for me, I'm just thankful that basically I kind of figured that out after all these years. So, Ryan, I will leave it to you if you want to. No wrong answer.
All right.
He's got to get into his zone, channel that acting skill.
Okay. First and foremost, I want to say I am thankful for my mother and my sister. Pains in the butt as they may be, they are my family. They are my truest family, and I interact with them a lot more than the extended people, so I have to have my loyalty. I am thankful for my AMC Stubs A-list account for allowing me to see all the free movies that I have this year and be able to do the reviews for Streampunk. Otherwise, I would not be as invaluable in that sense because I'd be broke, or I'd have to do a lot more Netflix stuff. I'm thankful for this sound card that I got from Temu. I am thankful for some great horror movies that have come out this year. And I am also grateful for being able to lambaste that terrible Transformers movie with that terrible Pete Davidson Transformer.
Hey.
That was a great movie, sir.
Stop. I met Pete Davidson. He was a good fella. I take back everything I said about him.
You met Peter Dinklage, an angry elf.
Anyways, I'm not done yet. I am thankful for wrestling being in such a great year this year that we went ahead and started a show about it.
Yeah.
And so far, so good. I think it's been a fun little John talking about that when I really haven't had anybody to talk about that with around here in the area. So it's nice to have that outlet. And I am obviously thankful for the rest of us. But yes, I am also thankful for Scott and Steampunk and Day and Rob and Kyle.
And anyway, that's all the time we've got for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll close that out on that note.
Really?
Wait,
Really?
did we close it out?
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
I'm sorry. Forgive me for being like the sugar supplement after all of you people went ahead and gushed.
you
right.
people. Oh, you people.
You
Are we
people,
still-
You people.
Are we still live?
I take.
Oh, yeah, we're still live.
I'm still alive.
Okay.
I'm trying to defend myself.
Okay, Cartman.
Yes, go ahead.
I was gonna say I did want to give a quick huge shout out to my mom because she's done an amazing thing this year. She's part of she made her own organization called 401 Street Angels, and she helps the homeless around.
Put her on stream entertainment.
No, let him roll. Let him roll.
But it's called 411 Street Angels. That's my mom's organization where she helps the homeless around town.
Mhm.
She's been doing her own thing for a full year now. So quick shout out to mom because it's incredible what she's been able to do with the little amount of money that there are bigger organizations in town that actually get grants and don't do the stuff that my mom has been able to accomplish without a grant. So just
nice.
a huge shout out to her.
And mine's real quick. Big shout out to my mom, breast cancer survivor.
That's awesome.
As she's going out talking about breast cancer and helping women get through situations when it comes to breast cancer. So this year, I really had to say, Mama, you did an awesome job this year. Congrats.
Nice.
And
all right. So
me.
respect all moms all around in this case too. So, all right. Anyway, it's been an old time we've got at this point. I want to wrap that up.
Yes.
Thank you, Day. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Rob. You guys rock as always. Appreciate it. We will have more of the Jason Page interview coming up this week. Yes, I got a couple things I want to throw in there. Look at that, thank you. But yeah, until next time, guys. Thank you as always. Stay awesome.
See, now I know Day is doing something different because we are using a different streaming network, so I know it wasn't restreamed. I know it's not streamed yet. I know it's something Day is doing, and he won't tell us how.
It's magic. He's got the power.